Is there something special tool to take it out?
It's a kind of like an Allen bit.
Gotcha. All right. Allen bit. Okay.
Pretty standard. The same one does this. Basically, this side cover is the only one that you need to undo. So.
Did they put the battery in or no?
No battery, but I brought you one.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't put them in just because it's not going to charge.
Where's the battery going to go?
It's going to go right here.
Oh, gotcha. Alrighty. Battery's over here.
And the battery's just a 26R.
The 26R? Can you get the battery just like anywhere?
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. We get them at AutoZone.
AutoZone.
You can,
okay.
And with battery, kind of get what you pay for.
So get a better quality battery.
Yeah. You're lucky to get 3 years out of them, just because they're constantly being trickle charged.
Okay, so that means we need to try to keep that on a routine schedule. Will the alert send me an alert that it's having problems?
Once a year, you have to have the annual service.
Yeah.
But it'll normally start to throw like a 1505 error code.
Okay. Well, you guys
still crank, but it'll throw that code, and that just kind of tells you the batteries.
It's called the 1505 error code. And what does that mean? That the cranking power is low?
It's kind of generic. It covers about 7 or 8 different things, but the main one is usually the battery's starting to get weak. You know, it'll still crank, but it's kind of warns you, hey, it's time.
So
and also you'll have a warning come up on here.
On there?
It'll say check battery.
Okay.
So basically any code it throws up, it's going to throw it up on this screen.
Okay.
And that's about the only thing you'll be able to do. Now you can view it from your phone, but you have to control it from the actual generator. So in case you had to clear a code, it'll tell you the steps, which is normally just escape and enter. That'll clear the code to allow it to crank if it's a code that it wants to shut off. Now, if it's something major that could damage it, it's not going to let itself crank.
Okay.
But if it's a simple code, like it tried to crank, but the gas was low, or it wasn't getting, it didn't have good pressure, it'll throw a code, shut itself down, you clear the code, and once it cranks, it cranks.
Okay. So when you're starting it up, I saw you go to the panel there. Do you need to shut the panel off?
No, sir. I'm just checking to make sure all the connections are made before I introduce any kind of power to anything.
Gotcha. Okay. So this panel here, you don't ever turn that off, or do you?
No, sir.
Always leave that in the on position?
Basically, this is just a code thing. Normally, you could come straight to it. This is coming from the transfer switch with your control wires, and this is just basically a form of disconnect for the generator.
So it's just if you had to disconnect it, then that's where you would do it.
If you had to work on anything in here that you want to kill the power, say, that way you don't have to go in there and kill it from the transfer switch, and kill it from right here.
Kill it from right there. Okay. So that feeds into the transfer switch.
So basically, it has constant power that comes in, but once the generator comes on, it back feeds back into the transfer switch, which feeds into your panel.
Okay. So that's the direction that the power's flowing then. So there's constant power coming in to maintain its operation, but once this kicks in, then the power is moving back through that channel to the ATS then to the panel and powering the house.
Correct.
Okay, got it.